a second because it's going to bring
Here
up
it
the,
is.
it's going to bring up the YouTube window. You want to close that. So
Go ahead and do
got
that.
it. Yeah, and then go back to Edge real quick.
Sorry.
It's okay. Wait for it to open the YouTube window and then close it, or you're going to be hearing the YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you, Ken.
So close this, Ken.
Once it, yeah, there you go. It's done. Yeah, close it.
All right, we're ready.
Woo, yay.
You have the agenda, Daniel?
I do. Let me pull it up here. First thing is call the meeting to order. We have quorum, so we can go ahead and call the meeting to order.
Can you say the date, Daniel?
The date is, I don't know, it's, May 24th. Yeah, May 24th at 3:37 PM.
That was a quiz.
Well, I don't know what day of the week it is, let alone the month.
He probably doesn't know what year it is either.
No, I don't. Going on down the list, the first order of business is to approve March and April's minutes. Has everybody had a chance to review those?
Yeah.
Any questions? If no questions, then I would accept a motion to approve them.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as printed
Second,
on March.
All in favor?
hi.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes carry. Perfect.
Correct.
Next is updates from Heather, contracts and anything else.
So the updates I have is I think that between Kathleen and I, we've got all the contracts that we know about taken care of and they're out for signature. I sent them to you, Daniel, via DocuSign. And then once you sign them, they'll go to the next signer. So and then they'll go back. Kathleen will get the envelope with them completed. And then I'll just send her a copy in an email just in case DocuSign is weird with the Oregon state talking to the county system. And that's pretty much all I kind of have right now. We're almost full. I think I have 2 booths left inside for vendors. I got a couple calls today, in fact, to get some outside vendors, so that's exciting. I think our food court's pretty full. I could probably squeeze 1 or 2 more in, but I don't think it's necessary. I'm working with Nancy and Kayleen at HHS to get all of the restaurant licenses taken care of, so we're good to go there. I'm gonna file temporary licenses for the senior barbecue, the 4-H auction barbecue, and the rodeo barbecue. And they waive that fee, but she just needs to have the paperwork. So I'm working on getting those back over to Nancy. And I think that's pretty much where I'm at. Oh, we had Deputy U in the 4-H building. It was great. We did 41 head, raised about $300, and it was fabulous working in the new barn with concrete. So.
How many contracts did you send me? I signed 3 of them about an hour and a half ago.
That sounds about right. I haven't been back to my office. I've been running errands, so. I sent 3.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Would all 3 of those have come back to me in one DocuSign?
No, they'll come separate.
Great, thank you. Because I've got 1.
Okay, yeah. I did them all separate because the way the envelopes work, like Daniel could have got them all in one, but then so I just did 3 separate envelopes. Oh, and Steve has the lineup set. The schedule is posted on the website. He got that up earlier in the week. And then this is for Todd Williver. Steve did get speakers for the Crow's Nest as well as the main stage. So
Nice.
he took care of that for me today.
Heather, do the people have booths and tables outside And food vendors, do they have a safety sheet they need to follow?
Not really, the only thing that they get is the like vendor handbook, and it has everything in that, and they get that when they do their initial application. But I'm happy to hand things out as they have to check in with me, and typically when they check in with me, I give them like the Wi-Fi password and my cell phone number and things like that, but we can include something like a half-page sheet. We've talked about this last year a little bit of kind of a like, in case of emergency, who to call first and then go down the list. But if you want to work with me, Todd, I'm happy to
Yeah, I'd like to
get,
get a copy of that. Maybe I'll stop by and pick one up.
okay, yeah, the vendor handbook, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will get that to you, but we don't have anything that they get like at check-in. But they need to be getting something like that.
Hey,
Todd, I
Heather,
can email that handbook to you if you'd like to.
I'll give them a hard copy. I got a ton at the office, Daniel.
Okay.
Heather, I don't see the tribute bands on the music schedule. Did we pull them?
We didn't have enough funding for them, so
Okay.
they're not coming this year. They will be here hopefully next year.
Okay.
I don't think we would have had the right setup for sound either, which would have cost more money from the conversation I had with Denny.
Okay. Well, thank you, Heather. I know you've been working hard. Next is order appointing of Fair Board designees. I'm not sure what that's about. If anybody has insight on that.
Hi, Daniel. I'm Kristen Yule. I'm one of the county attorneys. So all of the contracts, we have to review those before they get signed. So because the contracts are coming really fast and furious right now, it's easier, and Wayne Belmont used to be like a designee by you guys. So since they come to our office, we have to review them. It's easier if you just designate Tim and I as able to sign these contracts. So once they come in, we can just move forward and keep getting the contracts and vendors going. I mean, we can set up where are you at right now? Where are you at?
I'm at my home right now.
No, I mean, are you in county?
Not right at the moment, no.
Okay, so and that's the issue, is that we just couldn't have Fair Board members that were available to come and sign the contracts easily. So this is what the order is. Can you pull it off? Can you just pull?
I can pull it up. I don't know that I can share it
Why?
because I'm not in the Zoom meeting. I'm in the Zoom meeting over there.
Okay.
I have a paper copy.
Is it on anything on this that I can?
It just some points. I can read it. Whereas the Lincoln County Fair Board desires to enter into contracts and agreements for the upcoming 2023 Lincoln County Fair. And whereas the Lincoln County Fair Board desires to appoint designees who can enter into contracts and agreements on their behalf. And then the order disappoints Tim Johnson and then me as your designees, so we can sign the contracts. You have any questions how that works? You guys?
I'm good.
Okay. So we'll just have to scan it. Are you guys good with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so you guys will just have to make a motion. And then we can send it to you. And you could we can do an electronic, like.
I've been using DocuSign because we have access through the university.
Okay.
And from what I understand, the university accepts that as a legal agreement.
Yeah, no, we're fine with
Okay.
electronic signatures.
Okay, yeah, so that's what I mean, the DocuSign.
Well, and that worked for me too. As soon as I knew that they were coming, it
Yes,
didn't take me that long to jump on and sign.
for the DocuSign. Okay,
Yeah,
okay, you guys just have to make a motion.
so Heather, we'll take your lead on that.
So I can't vote obviously, but it just makes it easier for us because I can send them to Kathleen and then she can, or I can CC Tim and Kristen, and then they're just getting taken care of in a timely manner is all. Because with fair, a lot of things tend to like to come in the very last minute, unfortunately. And so it's just difficult to track everybody down to get signatures. I have talked, and I guess I could have put this in my update. I have talked to Jean about getting checks and deadlines and all of that so that I can have checks in hand at fair. Because it's a fiscal rollover, which happens to us every year. And so I just wanted to make sure that all of that is taken care of because it's easier to pay our vendors out at fair, especially like Howl, the entertainment, things like that. So Colleen, just FYI, your judges will be post-dated till the 1st, but they can take them with them. They just can't cash them till the 1st.
That's fine. You've got everybody's back.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
So we need a motion to accept DocuSign, is that what we need?
to accept the,
order.
To appoint Tim and Kristen as authorized signers on our behalf.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we have Tim and Kristen be our signers on legal contracts for the upcoming board or fair.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Anybody opposed? Ayes carry.
Sign it so that Kathleen.
okay, perfect.
She'll record it.
Okay. Was this in our with the agenda, Kathleen?
It was not.
Okay, can you send it to me as a
Absolutely.
PDF or something, and then I'll just get it uploaded into DocuSign?
Yeah, yes. I will.
Even a Word document will work too, it doesn't matter.
Okay, or did Todd sign it now? Todd could sign it now.
Oh, yeah, he can send it.
And I'll be down in Newport tomorrow, so
You need this?
No. you guys-
if I need to do a wet signature on it, I can tomorrow.
I'll text you, Daniel, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Other business. Proclamation or presentation to the Board of Commissioners at June 21st meeting with overview of activities and events.
Do you know what that's about, Daniel?
Isn't that? I know we're working on, or trying to figure out what the Board of Commissioners wanted in regards to updates from the Fair Board.
I put that one on the agenda in response to an email between you and Katie about a presentation you guys would make, so I put it on there so you'd have an opportunity to figure out what you want to do, because I also have to get you on that agenda.
Yeah, I think I can do like a quick 5-minute, go over the schedule, go over what we're gonna be doing. Rodeo information. I can easily be here. No, I cannot be here. I will be at state contest. So I can do a script or something and get it to Daniel or Colleen or Todd Butterfield. Todd and I will be in Albany at a state shooting sports event. I can
So
Zoom.
will I.
Oh, yeah, I can Zoom in, but I can't be here physically. At 10 o'clock. Yeah, we check kids, sorry. We check kids.
Yeah, I
can
think we,
Zoom in, but I can't be here physically.
right. And that's how I am too. I would Zoom in. So it's just a matter of what does the Board of Commissioners want to know about from us? Like, because in the bylaws, we're supposed to keep them updated on everything Fair Board. And in the past with Commissioner Hall on, she was that liaison. But now that none of the commissioners are on the board, just trying to feel out what they need to know about, what they want to know about, and how often they want to know about it. But I do think that probably on the 21st would be at least give the Fair Board or the fair schedule and major events that are going to happen.
Read the minutes from the meetings.
Yeah, okay, and Kristen said they'll read the minutes too from our meetings, so I'm happy to do and I would I can do it within 5 minutes probably. And just, again, go over the schedule, give everybody the dates and times of fair, just general information. Point people to the website and rodeo tickets. Oh, speaking of, the Ticket Leap is live, so rodeo tickets are live for sale right now. So yes, please put us on the agenda and I will come up with something.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thought if you want to in person, you're welcome to attend as well, but I'm happy to
For
do,
Commissioners,
yeah, I'm happy to do a quick 5-minute presentation.
I usually try and attend all of them just in case there's any questions, but other business. Check was received from Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde for 500. We did receive that, Heather told me.
Mhm.
And then a check from Dale A. Palin, Oregon Smoke Shack for 325. Now, is that, Heather, does that 325, is that for the rodeo or for the fair?
This is the vendor fee. It's his booth
Oh.
space.
Okay,
So what happens is, because I try to use the extension office as the main mailing address, sometimes people will just Google it and they end up here. That's what happens.
that works. Let's see.
It's really fun when they send things to the fairgrounds. Because nobody's there.
Yeah.
yeah, where do they put the mail?
Well, the ribbon guy that tries to do it to me every year, and every year I tell him, please send them here and not here. But,
The funny thing is I write it out for Jerry every single time.
when he tries, he just Googles it and sends it
Yep.
to the fairgrounds.
That's other business. Is there any good of the order? Mr.
The only other
Williver,
thing I forgot to mention is, I did email Jack to get keys for Todd so that he can have access to the fairgrounds, because he has been over there grooming the arena. So thank you very much, Todd, for that. And then one of my 4-H volunteers has also been grooming the arena on occasion when he can get in. So that's getting work done. Our bleachers will be going out, but they will be coming back before fair. And part of that deal is John's gonna go ahead and bring them back and set them for us when he returns them. So they should be back, I think, while Todd and I are in Albany, but they will be back before fair. So if anybody drives by and sees all of our bleachers gone, they will be back. And I think, I'm just thinking of stuff as it comes. I think that's it, guys.
Heather, we could update really quick. We have all of the fair shirts except for smalls right now. They're on a back order, but we should have them for fair. And I know Heather was working to get those embroidered and ready to go. And I don't know, did you figure out name tags, or are we going to do that as a tag team effort?
We can work on that. They are at IDEA right now,
Okay.
getting embroidered, so we should have them back. He has
Um,
for the 15th, but I told him as long as they're back by the fair, I don't really care. So.
And as a side note, Ariat and Wilco both have put in a request. They would like to have pictures of the crew in them just for promotional purposes.
Oh, and I don't think this is on the agenda, but Tim sent me an email. He wants to do a ribbon cutting on Friday at fair for the new barn. So Daniel, that might be something we can work into the opening ceremonies on Friday. And I'll make sure to get that in the fair tab when I get that published from the News Times.
let me put that down. Tim wants ribbon cutting for the new barn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Colleen, pictures will be easy to do. We'll just have to probably do it. Unfortunately, either probably at the end of the night, like on Friday night or whatever. Just keep reminding us.
Well, it's in that same slot of things that need to happen with, I need all of Fair Board to make a run through my building because you guys all have 2 exhibits you need to pick. I don't know if we've covered that or not. Open class, we do Fair Board awards. Each Fair Board member gets to come in and select 2 items, one from an adult and one from a child. There's special rosettes. We do like to have that done before fair opens. So if I could have everybody slide through Thursday afternoon, preferably after 2 o'clock, because foods judging will be over. There will be treats to eat, and we'll go from there.
Go ahead, Todd Williver.
Get unmuted there. Just two quick ones that I'm remembering. The first is to be sure that we passed on the information on the capital expenditure for new metal. That's going to be a huge investment. And I passed on to, I think, to go to Tim, and I don't know who wants to really head that up. The information that I'd received from, I think, 3 vendors. So just keeping that on the radar. It's a big enough purchase that it's nothing that we're going to get done in 3 or 4 or 5 months. So we really need to sort of get started on it now if we're at the point that we want to have it by next year. So if you need help on that, let me know. But I sort of deferred on that once I got the contacts and some preliminary estimates, just since I'm not around there much anymore. The other question I had was for Heather. I saw your email about the tent. Do we know if the damaged one got repaired? Did we hear anything from Jack?
I haven't seen anything back yet, but I'll
Okay.
follow up on that.
Okay.
So for context, if nobody knows what Todd's talking about.
I don't.
Last year, the emergency management had held a fair a couple weeks prior to our fair
Mhm.
on the fairgrounds, and they used both of the tents that were purchased for the fair event, and one of them got damaged. And I think Jack was slated to replace/repair the one that was damaged. And I just sent an email out to Jack to see what the status of that is, because we use them to do shade covering over the main stage, and then, well, pretty much the whole main stage area, so that it's completely covered during the event.
Okay, and I didn't understand the first thing you said, Todd Williver, purchase of what?
He's talking about the pins,
New metal.
the new metal for around the arena, so all of the panels that go around the arena. This is a project we were working on 2021. Did you start doing research
Yeah,
on?
a couple years now at least. All of our metal, the bucking chutes, the back pins, the arena panels, have all just rusted away to where they're pretty much unusable. We pulled out the bucking chutes 2 years ago because they had outlived their serviceable life. This will be the second year that we've rented bucking chutes for about $10,000. The entire expense is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of $140,000, $160,000 ish. The good news is it is modular. So even if we purchase it for our current arena, when and if we redesign, relocate, move, redevelop that arena, the metal will still be good. The one thing that I think we really need to make sure of is that whatever we buy is galvanized. Powder coated panels just don't hold up. We've bought $3,000 to $4,000 of them every year for 10 years. And they just deteriorate in a matter of years. We've got panels that are 3 and 4 years old that are dead and need to be replaced again. So those quotes that I sent, or those sort of preliminary layouts and estimates included galvanized chutes, galvanized panels, and I'm happy to talk with whoever is going to head that project up about the requirements, what we need now and what we will need as we move forward with the redevelopment.
Thank you.
And again, it got approved as part of the old fair board. Wayne always says, there was money in the budget for it. So I can look back and get information from old fair board meetings about that, but it was probably, 2021, I think we started.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
Butterfield, is that something that you would like to take on, or that you can have the bandwidth to take that project on?
Sure.
Because you have knowledge of what's
Yeah.
needed in there.
What are those, 5 foot tall?
Todd, I'll forward you what I collected. I had 3 vendors with sort of general rodeo arena layouts that included all the bucking chutes, all the back pins, all the livestock catch pins, and the panels for around the arena. I'll send those to you and the contacts, and I think that's probably a pretty good start.
Okay. Yeah, forward all that to me.
Yep.
I have a question on, you said the posters are done?
No, I can print posters in-house. I have to have everything. So Pepsi does all of our like banners and printing as part of their sponsorship. I have to have all of the artwork to them by next Friday, and then they're gonna have everything to me in hand by June 12th. But we did talk about this at a rodeo committee meeting. We would like to start getting stuff out there, so I can do some in-house printing at the extension office.
Okay.
And I was gonna print maybe like a couple dozen of each, the fair poster and the rodeo poster, to start getting distributed. And I can have those available tomorrow if anybody wants to pick them up and start getting.
What
them
about
there.
road signs?
Those are in the fair office, and I think Daniel and Josh are gonna start getting those out the week of the 12th.
Yes. We either need to come steal your key or get a key to the office.
I'm pretty much available most of the time. Just
Okay. I know
I-
I'll have to get in the office tomorrow because I have a banner to put in there from Northwest Natural. But I would like to get a half a dozen of those posters, Heather. A lot of the Valley military is coming over, so it'd be nice to be able to give them a couple posters that they can hang up in their office.
Yeah, I'll get some printed up this evening, so they'll be ready to go tomorrow. It's just the quality of our printer isn't as good, and it's just on like general cardstock. So Pepsi does them in like a really nice thick glossy, you guys have seen them for years, a really nice thick glossy heavyweight paper. But yeah, I'll happily print some up to get out into the world. But yeah, June 12th is when I'm gonna go pick everything up from Pepsi.
Okay, so the street signs would go out about the same time?
Yeah, that
Street-
sounds about right. I know Josh has got some time set aside that weekend before to work on it. But we have plenty of stakes. There's plenty of signs in there. Josh is gonna get some zip ties. And some screws. And so whatever he doesn't use, I'll just have him leave in the fair office.
Okay. That'd be a good time to
That's
put
right,
that
do like-
ginormous sign, fence sign up too.
Yeah, he's gonna try to do from Toledo into Newport, so East County. So he asked Daniel if you could obviously do North County, and
Yep.
then someone can do South County, and then we'll work through Newport.
I can get both those.
Perfect.
Last year I went clear out to the train tracks and flew with
Oh.
heading west.
Perfect. One other topic that I know we've all talked about. I know with the shirts, we're gonna have whatever on the shirts, fair management or fair team staff or whatever. But for at least the fair board personnel, what is the likelihood of getting like name tags with our picture on it, kind of like all the the military ID and all the different agencies have name badges. That way we're identified throughout while we're there.
I thought we were.
You know what I'm talking about, Heather?
Colleen and I are on it. Right, Colleen?
Okay.
Did you have something, Colleen?
Yep, I wanted to double check, Heather. 2 years ago, I want to say it was, the Quilt Guild made a donation and they were supposed to get a banner. Did that banner ever materialize?
I don't know if we have one for the Quilt Guild, and Josh and I were just in there checking banners off, so I can get one added. So
Please do,
area-
because that might be a little bit of a point of contention with them. You know, they
They
did
just
give
need
us
a-
money.
they just need a small one, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be shoot banner, doesn't have to be any of that.
Okay.
But we do need to make sure that we follow through on that commitment.
So Quilt Guild. And.
Yeah, I know there wasn't one last year.
Okay,
Wilco and Ariat.
okay.
Do we have hope, high def, imaging for those other two?
I can double check. I thought I forwarded them, but anything is possible.
Okay,
Daniel, I also have another possible to help us with rodeo funds. I know we're kind of coming down to the wire, but have you, or could you please reach out to Marion Ag in Donald? They supported us several years ago. They might be willing to come back on board again, and I don't have the connections anymore.
Send me an email if you have a contact or anything like that, let me know. I can do that. Anything else?
Counselor Yule, did you have anything else to talk about?
I think next month's meeting, which is June 15th at 3 o'clock. I'll be in person in Newport. I don't see why I can't make that. I don't think the meeting will be too long, just kind of wrapping up whatever we have. But if we can look at the July meeting, for the July meeting, that's going to be basically wrapping up the fair as we're, closing out the fair. But also, I think that would be a good time if we can get council and Tim on board to talk about, so we can have a good guided discussion on some of the stuff that we've been tabling for the last couple months, because it's been crazy in the county.
Thank you. I made a note, Daniel.
Anything else?
Nothing here.
With that, I'd accept a motion and we adjourn.
Wow. You could just adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn the Lincoln County Fair Board meeting.
you're muted, Colleen.
Of course I am, because the dogs were going off. Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next meeting, Thursday, June 15th at 3 o'clock. We will see you all there.
Yes,
Okay.
here.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
Todd, thank you for your help on the arena. It's sure been a load off my shoulders this year. I appreciate your hard work.
Yeah, I put 4,000 gallons of water on it yesterday and tilled it today.
Nice. Heather says it's looking really good. That's awesome.
It looks like it's gonna be dry.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're the water guy.
It
Thanks,
was
all.
dry.
Bye-bye.
Just a side note, tomorrow